Hey friends, welcome back to our channel and welcome to another episode of Good Girl Gone Boss. If you're new here, my name is Lynn Allure and Good Girl Gone Boss is a series I started on my channel where we talk about everything girl boss related, everything from side hustles, making money, saving money, making smart financial decisions, and essentially making that transition from being an employee to being your own boss full time. So if you love conversations like that, definitely join the party. Don't forget to subscribe. I have an entire playlist of other Good Girl Gone Boss episodes for you to check out. I'll leave a link down below for those episodes and a playlist as well. So in Good Girl Gone Boss episode 3, we discussed 14 side hustles that you can start with little to no money, and one side hustle that I didn't actually mention is an e-commerce store. So I'm going to be doing a video specifically for online side hustles, but in this video I'm going to be talking specifically about my online side hustle, and that's why we're kind of in a different setting. This is like my little cute little desk office space, honey, that I created for myself, but I just finished packaging it in order. So I thought this would be the perfect opportunity to tell you guys how I started my e-commerce store with little to no money. Well, I started it with under $100. In this video, I'm going to be talking about things I did specifically for my e-commerce store, but a lot of these tips are transferable, so you can kind of use them for any type of online store that you want to start, whether it is an online boutique, you're selling lashes, whatever. A lot of these tips and tricks and keys to success that I'm sharing with you guys are transferable. I plan to drop a lot of gems here. I'm not one of those people who are like stingy with the knowledge. You feel me? Like if I learned something in my business, I just feel like it's only right that I share it because number one, that's blessings. Number two, like I probably learned it from somewhere else, so I'm just paying it forward. And three, if I'm sharing it, someone else is going to be inspired to share their experiences, and then I could potentially learn from them. Someone else can potentially learn from them. Like, you know, we just just a circle of life, circle of knowledge. So be prepared because there's gonna be a lot of gems that we dropping, okay? If you have to take out your pen and paper, you gotta take out the notes on your phone, whatever you gotta do, like do it. Thumbs up this video also, you know, it won't hurt you, it's free. You could thumbs up the video, it's okay. So my e-commerce business is a hair extension company. It's called Trophy Life Hair, and it's for the everyday boss babe working on attaining and or maintaining her best trophy life. It's luxury hair for the lifestyle that you deserve. And I just have never really talked about it on my channel simply because I wanted to see if I'd be able to build a brand organically without attaching it to my YouTube brand. So without already having a following, if I could just grow a company organically. And then also, I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, it was a bit of a conflict of interest because I was still contractually obligated to do hair reviews for certain companies. And so for a little bit of time, I was doing hair reviews for other companies, but I still had my own hair extension company. So sometimes I'd be wearing my own company's hair extensions in my YouTube videos. And if someone asked, oh, where's your hair from? I would just put it. But I didn't actually do like a whole hair review on my own hair. I just thought that that would be kind of phony, like for me to do a review and act like, oh, a hair company sent me some hair. Meanwhile, it's me. I am the hair company. So I just haven't really promoted it much on my YouTube, but now I think that it only makes sense, it's only right for me to, you know, share with you guys my experiences with having an online hair company, especially since I'm trying to share with you guys and help you guys to grow your online businesses and your side hustles and things like that. It's only fair, it only makes sense, and it just goes with the direction of where my YouTube channel is finally going, and I'm so thankful that it's going in this direction. You guys have no idea how happy that makes me. So yeah, when I say that I started my hair company with $100, I'm talking everything. My website, my domain, my marketing, my inventory. Yes, my inventory, okay? And we're gonna get all up in that. So first things first, let's talk about this domain. You can get your domain for as little as 99 cents on GoDaddy. It's so unprofessional for you to have a website that's like trophlifehair.myshopify.com or trophlifehair.bigcartel.com. No bueno. So buy your domain for as little as 99 cents so that people are going directly to your website. For example, trophlifehair.com. Which brings me to our next point, which is a host site. You need to find a website to host your domain on. You can do Shopify, Wix, Big Cartel, Squarespace, things like that. You can use WordPress, but it is a little bit more expensive to start up and it's a little bit more difficult. So if you are a beginner and you're starting out on building a website, I would definitely recommend doing like a Shopify or a Wix or a Big Cartel. I would recommend doing sites like that because they're very user friendly and they're very beginner friendly as well. So I had a Shopify store already when I was selling my pre-loved wigs through YouTube. I really liked it. I just felt like the templates were a little limiting. So I liked the way that Wix was so easy to build your website exactly how you wanted to build it. But so I decided to try out Wix for Trophy Life hair, and I didn't like the back end. I came back now to Shopify very recently. I'm so glad I did. I missed it. I'm glad I'm back, and I am not going anywhere anytime soon. Shopify is actually very affordable. You can do a 14-day free trial. It grants you 2 weeks free to just kind of play around with your site and create the site the way you want it to look and kind of decide if Shopify is for you. Fun fact, a lot of online retailers actually use Shopify. For example, Fashion Nova. If I am looking at my phone a lot, please don't judge me. I have a lot of my notes on here as well as emails to see the receipts of how much I paid for a lot of these things. So after the 2 weeks, you're able to launch the website and pay monthly, and it's only $29 for like the basic package. Get some sort of e-commerce hosting site. I personally recommend Shopify, but if you are more comfortable or familiar with Squarespace, Big Cartel, Wix, then do that. Sure, no problem. I like Shopify. All right, so next let's talk about pictures, because you're going to need images for your website. One thing that you can do is ask your vendor if you can use the pictures that they use, and most likely they're going to tell you yes. And that's a safe way of doing it as well, because if you're getting loose wave from your vendor and that's how their loose wave look, then that's the same loose wave that you can promote on your website. You know what I mean? For example, there's loose waves that are like more like ringlets, and then there's loose waves that are like that. I'll maybe insert some pictures here. For example, if you're selling water wave, different people have different water waves or loose waves or deep waves, kinky, curly, whatever. But if you're getting your hair from this vendor, then you guys' image is gonna look the same. You guys' bundles are typically gonna look the same. So that's a safe bet to ask your vendor if you can use their pictures, because that's what I did. Which brings us on to the next step, which is finding a vendor. Whew. This is going to be the longest process in your journey of launching your business, because that is essentially your meat and potatoes. Your product is what you're selling, and that's the integrity of your business. If you're selling bad bundles, your customer is going to wear it for a month, the hair is going to go bad, and they're always going to have that perception of your business, even if you change your vendor. So choosing a great vendor is essential, and it's the most important step. Having good hair is essentially what's going to keep your business in business long term. Also, people are more inclined to go on the internet and write a bad review than they are to write a good review. If I receive some good bundles, I'm like, well, I was expecting good bundles because I paid good money for this, so obviously I'm gonna get good bundles. Their first reaction isn't, oh, let me write a review so other people know how great this hair is. Some people do, and that's amazing, but it's not everyone's first or initial thought. But the moment someone gets bad hair, oh, one that shall never end. They're gonna be writing bad reviews left, right, and center on your business. Thank God nothing like that has happened to me yet. Oh my God. I don't even want to put that out there, but I mean, it happens. It's a part of business and it comes with the territory. But the goal is to get as few bad reviews as possible. You don't want every customer to have a bad experience with your hair, essentially. And even when you change your vendor in the future, people are still gonna associate your brand, your product, your company with trash hair, and you don't want to be associated with bad quality hair. So that's very important. For me, like I said, I was working with a lot of hair companies prior to starting my hair company. So I had this idea in the back of my mind for quite some time. And so when it was time for me to finally go, I already had 3 companies specifically that I was like, I like the quality of their hair. Now it's time for me to do more digging, more research, and more negotiations. So I tried to find out who their vendors were. Something that a lot of people don't know about the hair industry is that a lot of these hair companies, especially the ones on AliExpress, they are actually not the manufacturers. They're middlemen as well. There's 3 very popular and predominant hair vendors, or hair manufacturers I should say, in Asia, and most of these companies get their hair from them. I'm not going to tell you who my vendor is, because that's just like a restaurant being known for their famous spaghetti sauce, and then they tell you where they source their spaghetti sauce from. You know, it's like that. I can tell you how I found my vendor, and you can use those same methods, or, you know, alter them to fit your needs, or be creative. You might find a better vendor than me, you might get a better deal than me, whatever. But I'll tell you the way I did it, and it was basically a lot of Google. Okay, you'd be surprised how much is literally just on the www. Okay, you'd be surprised how much information is just free and out there for you. There are forums, reviews, there are videos. I mean, like, look, you're watching this video, you're already doing your research. You're doing amazing, sweetie. Basically, research. Look at addresses. If you're receiving a sample from a company or a vendor, look at the address. Where is it coming from? Because a lot of these times, they're actually drop shipping from their vendor. Let's say, for example, you're buying here from 123 Bundles. I don't know if this is somebody's business, but you're buying here from 123 Bundles and they're in Asia. So you're thinking they're the manufacturer, right? But in actuality, they're hitting up their manufacturer and it's getting shipped out or drop shipped from that manufacturer. So that's something that a lot of people don't know. But yes, look at addresses. If you get a sample, look at Google the address. There's Google Maps. You can literally get a, what's it called? Like a world view of how this facility looks. You can look it up, Google things, Google. And when you're not sure, Google some more. Also, don't be afraid to double check on what these vendors tell you. They're gonna talk up their business. Yes, we're able to manufacture 500,000. Oh, we are the manufacturers. Oh, we do this, we do that. Request to have a Skype call, FaceTime call, WhatsApp video call, and just see their facility. If you're telling me you're the manufacturer, let me see. Give me a virtual tour. You know, I can't make it to Asia at the moment, but if we can schedule something, just a quick 5-minute phone call for me to see the facility. I wanna see your brand name in the background. I want to know that I'm getting it directly from the manufacturer and you're not a middleman. I want to get it directly from the source. So don't be afraid to add these people on WhatsApp. If they get annoying, you can easily block them. But for me, I feel like it's the easiest, quickest method of communication. To this day, I still talk to my vendor on WhatsApp. Another thing too, in the beginning, I was ordering my inventory per order. So if I get a notification at 11 p.m. that someone has bought bundles, wig, frontal, whatever, I would message my vendor on WhatsApp right at 11 p.m. There is a time difference, but that actually worked to my advantage because they were ahead of us in time. At 11 p.m. when I messaged them, it was like 11 a.m. their time, so they were ready to go. They'd send the order right away so that I'm able to get my order out in a timely manner. And that's why when I was choosing my vendor, yes, the quality is great, but also how's the communication? Do you get to me in a timely manner? Because if I message you and I say I need this hair today, I don't need you to message me 2 days from now and act like these 2 days didn't just go by and we're not working on the process of getting my customers their hair bundles. So it was very important for me to work with vendors that respected the urgency of every single order. When you start making money in the business, that's when you're able to reinvest that revenue back into the business and start ordering your bundles in bulk. And then also you'll be able to know which bundles to order more of. Based off of your prior orders, you'll be able to see what bundle lengths are most common, what people order more of, and what sells out a lot quicker. So our next topic of discussion is the social media. We are so blessed to live in a time now where social media is free for anyone to get on. It's free for anyone to promote. Yes, you can pay for your ads to show up in front of anyone's face that doesn't follow you, but it's free to open an account, advertise, and organically grow an audience without paying a single dollar in ads. I don't want to say this too loud before, you know, the social media and the internets hear me, but if you think about it, like at any moment they can literally just restrict all profiles from advertising anything on their platforms. Like, can you imagine? Instagram just took off likes without asking for anyone's permission. Did you guys give them permission? Because I didn't. Because you know why? They don't need your permission. Imagine if they just started like restricting profiles from like anything that looks like an advertisement, you know? Then what are we gonna do? Who knows? We might be like grandmas and grandpas and talking to our grandkids like, oh, back in my day, you used to be able to just use Instagram and Facebook and Twitter to advertise for free. We should be taking advantage of this. What a time to be alive. I used Instagram for marketing. So you guys know, because I spoke about this in the last side hustle video, but I'm such an advocate of promoting on Instagram. I realized though there's also a huge market on Facebook and Facebook Marketplace and things of that sort. I'm on Instagram, so I'm always saying Instagram, but whatever social media that you use and you see an audience and you feel like there's a buzz there, definitely tap into that. I opened up an Instagram account and I'm gonna tell you guys what I did. It was the very beginning. I didn't have no sales, I didn't have no pictures. All I had was the hair on my head. So I uploaded some pictures of myself. Now, like a year later, looking back, I thought they were kind of dingy. I took some of those off, but I used myself as like the social proof of this hair. And then I also tagged a lot of hair inspos, and I would always be sure to tag the source. So tag the model and tag the stylist as well, just so that there is like transparency and it doesn't look like I'm trying to pass these works off as, you know, like trophy life hair models or something like that. So I would always tag the source if I could find it, or the model if I can find it, or both. Overall, what I was trying to establish was like a brand. And like I said, trophy life hair is for the everyday boss babe working on attaining and maintaining her best trophy life. So this is for, you know, the doll who appreciates the finer things and appreciates looking good. You feel me? So what I had to do was find images that look like that. Basically, if you're like trying to establish your brand and like a presence, get an aesthetic together, you have to always think in mind of your avatar, your target, your ideal customer. Where does she shop? What does she do on the weekends? What does her dream house look like? Does she like to go on vacations? What's her idea of romantic? Every time I was posting an image, I was thinking, is this reflective of my ideal customer? You know what? It's kind of like Sims. Did y'all used to play Sims? I know I wasn't the only one who plays Sims. Y'all don't play me. Try to get as specific as possible when you're trying to create your ideal customer. That'll help you to find pictures that are reflective of your overall company brand. And I also would go on to popular like hair inspo pages and literally just go into the comments, and I'd see people who were asking, how much does that wig cost? How much does that hair? And I would just like follow them. I would follow a bunch of people. I just kept following, liking, following, whatever. I wouldn't go harass them and be in their DMs like, hey, check out our website or anything like that. I would just follow them and like a few of their pictures. And if they followed me back, they did. And if they didn't, that's cool too. I was mainly just trying to get eyeballs onto my Instagram page. So I'm about to drop this major key alert, major keys. I started an affiliate program. So that was actually a big part of getting sales onto my website. Starting an affiliate program was amazing because in order to sign up for the affiliate program, you didn't have to buy my hair, you didn't have to be an influencer, you didn't have to be anyone. Literally anyone can sign up to be a part of the affiliate program. They can create their customizable code and share it with their social media, share it with their friends, share it with whoever they want to. And if I got a sale that was using that affiliate link, that person gets $10. So let's say you were to sign up for the affiliate program. You've never bought my hair before, you're not wearing my hair, You post it in your story, and someone sees it and is like, oh, if I use this code, I get 50% off. So someone who sees your story uses your code and buys hair. Automatically, $10 off of that sale gets sent directly to you. So that affiliate program was amazing, and it played a big part in getting sales to our hair site because it was getting our site in front of profiles that weren't following us yet or weren't following us at all. And then also it ended up working out for the person who created the affiliate link for themselves because they get money and they didn't have to do anything. It's literally passive income for them. They post it and either the audience picks up on it and they get $10 per every order made, or nobody picks up on it and they haven't lost any money. So it's like literally such great passive income. Actually, the affiliate link that's doing the best is actually owned by a man. He owns pages that are dedicated to Black love, and I guess a large portion of his audience are Black women because it's a Black love Instagram page. So yeah, from him posting it, I got a lot of traffic, and then I knew, okay, this is someone that we should definitely continue to work together some more. And also he was like, yeah, if I could make money from doing nothing, literally all I do is post and I get money, $10 per every order made, then why not? So yeah, he obviously he isn't wearing no trophy life hair, but he has an audience that likes trophy life hair, so it worked out. So that is a major key alert and a great marketing tactic. Y'all can thank me later if it works for you, because it definitely worked for me. Next, I created the graphics, which was also free because I did it myself. So what I used was Canva and PicMonkey. I love Canva so much. There's so much that you can do with Canva. Literally, like, people create ebooks with Canva, they create e-courses with Canva, you can create flyers, posts, like literally everything you can do with Canva. They have an app, they have a desktop version. You can also use PicMonkey. PicMonkey is really great as well for creating flyers. I created my business card on PicMonkey and Canva. I don't remember which I used for what, but like essentially you can do the same thing on both. I think I learned about all the capabilities of Canva after PicMonkey, so I might have used PicMonkey for all of this. Yeah, I did. I used PicMonkey for literally all of this. I created the business cards on PicMonkey. I created the hang tags on PicMonkey, and on the back of the hang tag is some hair care instructions. And I created a thank you card that I put inside on PicMonkey as well. On the back of this, I'm gonna drop another major gem for you guys. So basically, this thank you card, I just started it, and it's basically to get some more social proof. So this is show us your selfies for $5 back. I need to create some more social proof because I realized I'm making these orders, but on social media, no one's really tagging the hair company like that, because I don't know about you guys, but it wasn't until I started YouTube and like companies started sending me their products that I started tagging like outfit details or hair details, makeup details on Instagram. It was just like not something that I do because I'm like, why? Like, who cares where I got my hair from or my clothes from or whatever. So a lot of people, they buy their products, but they're not tagging outfit details, hair details on their social media. So me creating this, it's just for some social proof, and it's an incentive for the customers to tag us on their social media so that, one, it's also putting our company in front of, you know, other profiles, and then two, I get to use your image like, hey, another beautiful doll rocking trophy life hair. That is another idea. Hopefully that's sparking ideas and motivation, inspiration, stuff like that, like, and different methods that you can use. And this cost me free $99 to create. I saved myself a few $100s because depending on where you go, it's at least a few $100s to get a graphic designer to create hang tags for you, business cards, and flyers. So I saved money on the designing of all of this stuff, but I had to get them printed out. I used Vistaprint to get these all printed out, and I used some codes that I found online to make it cheaper. The flyer was $14.03. These business cards were $23, and then these business cards, these hang tags are actually on business cards. You know, I had to be resourceful and do what I can. And so I printed them on business cards and just hole punched them. Was also $23. It was a little bit pricey for these business cards because I decided to do them glossy and double-sided as well, but you can get 500 business cards for as little as 10 bucks. Yeah, there's definitely options. So yeah, I paid money to get them printed out, but I saved hundreds for the designing side of it. And trust me, I am no type of graphic designer or anything like that. Believe me, honey. If you guys want to see a video on how I did that, I have no problem sharing that at all. Like I said, I'm not stingy with the knowledge. I learned some of the stuff from watching tutorials online as well, so I have no issue sharing with you guys what I've learned. So if you guys want to know how I did that, definitely ask your questions or anything like that down below. But a lot of it is pretty self-explanatory if you just go on there and kind of play around with it. A lot of it is also just you being able to like flex your creative muscles and do what it do. Do what it do. So I think that's about it. Those were all my starting costs for starting the business, and I was operating up and running and doing my thing. Hopefully that gave you guys some inspiration and motivation. Yeah, we're still a small company. I'm not about to sit up here in front of you guys like, oh, I'm making 100 stills a day. No, I'm still learning. The business is still slowly growing. Every month we're getting better and better. Like I said, this was a side hustle of mine. When I first started this business, I was in school full-time. I was simultaneously working full-time, and I still had my side hustles. I had YouTube, etc. I was building this on my spare time or whenever I can get time in. I remember when I was creating these graphics, it was the business card that I was creating while I was in school. I was in university. I was actually in corporate finance. I remember the first week, like orientation week, the professor was talking about like, you know, the syllabus and what to expect for the semester and blah, blah, blah. And I was creating this business card. One of my girls that was sitting behind me was like, girl, what are you doing? Like, what are you working on? And I was so shooketh because I'm like, first of all, it's none of your business. I never tell people what I'm working on until, you know, it's done. Okay, I keep it secret till it's secure. Okay, even the relationships, honey, everything, I keep it secret till it's secure. But yeah, I was like, oh, nothing, you know, I'm just playing around on the internet, you know, I'm just bored or whatever. But yeah, that was the time that I had available to work on it. And so I was making the best of the time I had available. I was still present. I was listening to what he was saying, but I was also just playing around with PicMonkey and, you know, doing my thing on there. I needed to create a logo and I needed to create business cards and things like that. So I was there designing while I was listening to the syllabus. But I say that to say, if this is a side business of yours, you can definitely find time to work on it. Don't ever tell yourself you don't have enough time, because you do. For me, my guilty pleasure is reality TV, girl. If I have time to watch Real Housewives of Atlanta, then I have time to design business cards and logo. You make time for what you want, period. If you really want this, you'll be able to find the time. Also, I mentioned it in my other side hustle video, but I really want to reiterate that what other people think of your profession is none of your business. People might say everybody has a hair extension company. That's fine, but not everyone is you. Not everyone is as resourceful as you, as tenacious as you, has your creativity, your resources. When it comes to marketing, they don't have your ideas. They're not you, period. No one is you, and that's your superpower. So you don't have to focus on, oh, Joe Schmo sells bundles, this person sells lashes, this person has an online boutique, so I can't do that. That's nonsense. If you want to succeed at something, you're going to succeed at it, regardless of what anyone else is doing with their life. Focus on your path. Focus on what you think is best for you. Focus on what you want for your life. What other people are doing with their life is none of your business, and what you're doing with yours is none of theirs. You feel me? Like, just focus on your path. Focus on what it is that you want to do. If you want to have an online hair bundle store and it's going to be the millionth hair bundle site on the internet, that's fine. That's no problem. You're gonna succeed if you want to succeed. Also, people feel like you need 100 sales a day to be successful. No, all you're looking for is profit. As long as you're not in the reds, you're good. Another thing too is that you still need to make smart financial decisions when you're starting these stores. So for me, like I said, when I first started this, I was in school full-time. I was working full-time. I wanted to start a business, but I wasn't 100% sure on the future of the business. So I didn't want to invest so much money into it. And then in 2 months, I realized this is not what I want to do. This is not what I expected it to be. And then I quit it. And now I have all this money invested in bundles, and I'm sitting on like $10,000 worth of bundles. You still need to make smart financial decisions when you are starting your business. So I invested in my business, but clearly I invested time and not much money. I started the business with less than $100, and we're growing. We're still making profits. We're still making sales, but I started it with $0. So at this point, any money that I am spending on the business, it's money that the business has made itself. I would say that time is the biggest investment, and it's the most expensive investment. It's even more important than investing your money. It's essential to growing the business anyways. You don't necessarily have to put a lot of money in it. It does take a bit of time in the beginning, but you gotta do your legwork if it's something that you want. But it is important to remember that the same day you plant the tree is not the same day you eat the fruit. So in the beginning, it's gonna be a little bit of work, but you got this. You got this. You're gonna reap the benefits if you just stay consistent and persistent and open-minded. Like I said, these were all things very specific to what I did with my store. However, a lot of these tips and tricks are transferable, and also I hope that it sparked some ideas and gave you motivation and helped you to look at things from a different perspective. So yeah, that is it for this episode of Good Girl Gone Boss. I hope it's not that long of a video, but I have a feeling it's really long, and I'm sorry. But if you made it to the end of the video, comment down below, end of the video gang. Just know that I appreciate you really for making it all the way to the end of this video, but hopefully it was helpful to at least one person. I wish you guys nothing but success in your businesses and your personal lives. I wish you nothing but a prosperous business and a prosperous life. Thank you so much for rocking with me. I love you guys so much. Love you to the moon and back. Be true to you.